any chance of a Filipino contender?
Yes, there is actually. It's in the works.
Yes.
It's in the works. The character was already released as a clash card this last set. Set 5 Equilibrium.
This one.
It's a female character.
So she's here.
She's the first Filipina character for Alpha Clash in the trading card game.
So this red and black haired woman.
Yes.
Is she a metahuman?
She's a metahuman. She's one of the alphas that receive power from Alpha Aster.
So is that like strong or mid? She's kind of low to the ground.
Mid. Somehow related siya sa isa pang contender, which is used to creating tokens, Nova tokens. That's her mechanic.
Is this an Asian clash card too?
Yes, she is an Asian clash card because she is Filipina.
Welcome to another episode of the Games We Play by Playcafe. My name is Leo, at your service, your host. I'm not going anywhere. Kung ayaw niyo sa akin, bahala kayo. We're joined here by a good friend who is so much more knowledgeable about our topic today. This is Topher. Topher, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Actually, I just came back from a Learn to Play event earlier this afternoon, and also a casual tournament from the same
back to back
from the same shop.
So Alpha Clash na Alpha Clash ka today.
Yes.
All right. I'm glad you're here because for those who don't know, Alpha Clash TCG is what the creators would like to call an indie comics trading card game. So yun yung flavor niya.
Yes,
More on that in just
correct.
a bit. We will dive into Alpha Clash. Maybe we'll figure out kung para sa inyo ba to. You might want to try it or you're just curious like I am. Quick reminder, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. We looked at the stats. About 90% of y'all are not subscribed of those who watch and enjoy our videos. So please, if you're enjoying the games we play, subscribe, all right? So, Topher, before we dig into the game that is Alpha Clash, tell us about your gaming background. Paano ka nagsimula? This isn't obviously your first game.
Yes, it's not. So initially, before I played Alpha Clash, the only TCG that I actually tried ever was Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And that was late 90s to early 2000, like a few years until 2005.
So that's a solid foundation kasi wala eh. Karamihan ng tao pag sinabi mong trading card game, Magic, they know it.
Yes, exactly. It's very widely known. And of course, it originates sa US and then sa Philippines. It's the grandfather of TCG actually, as we call it. It started it all.
Yeah, I think locally, even if we are a third world country, we're very far from the States.
Yes.
Where we're, again, in the late 90s to the early 2000s, it wasn't the age of the internet yet.
It's not.
I can say now, forward-thinking tayo when it comes to trading card games. Like, we
Yes.
supported Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
So that's when you got into it.
Yes.
What happened between 2005 and when this came out?
That sounds about 20 years.
Give or take?
Yeah. The reason why I actually stopped playing Magic was I was never really a casual gamer. So I actually have no idea that there are shops where we can actually locally play at. So eventually, every time I participated at an event, it's always a big event, like a pre-release event.
Outside.
Yes. So consistently, the only expansion that I was able to participate was the Urza's trilogy. That's Urza's Saga,
Legacy.
and Destiny.
Yeah.
And then there was one time that I actually joined a Legacy format tournament. There were only 8 players because I saw that there's only 7 players there. So I have a chance to get some prizes.
Ikaw yung 8th.
Yes, I am the 8th person. And then the other one was the regular standard constructed format. So that's about it. And after 2005, I stopped. I actually concentrated more on console games like PlayStation.
So video games.
Video games. And believe it or not, I actually don't have any knowledge about the other TCGs like One Piece.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't aware of that. I was aware of Pokemon, but I actually love just watching the anime, but not playing the cards. I don't have the I wasn't able to get my interest into it. I'm more into watching only. And then Fab, I haven't heard that as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
But it was already during the late 2010 or
Late 2020s.
2020s.
Yeah. Fab survived the pandemic.
Yes.
Oh, it came out.
That's what I heard.
It came out 2019 and then survived the pandemic. So your gaming history makes it all the more interesting. Why and how you ended up as an ambassador for Alpha Clash TCG, diba?
Yeah, it's there's a bit of a history there, but I started over a year ago only with Alpha
Yeah.
Clash.
So medyo nag-mature na si Alpha Clash by then, right? 2024, you're saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
2024.
So this is post Kickstarter.
Yes, post
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
So for those who don't know, Alpha Clash TCG started on Kickstarter. Again, it was just a dream by a small group of ano sila, magkapatid, magpipinsan.
From what I know of Ridge Kelly and Garrett Kelly, the founders,
Yeah.
were brothers.
Rising
are
Empire.
actually brothers.
Yeah, no, there you go. So it was just a couple of dudes. I know a lot about them, so I've been following Alpha Clash for quite a while. Nag-Kickstarter lang sila, and then it blew up. And then here we are now. You came in about a year ago. What about it made you like, ano yun? Ano yung, what was the hook?
At first, I actually don't have any idea about Alpha Clash, but one particular store that I've been following because of another product. I'm not sure if I can advertise, but it's the Funko Pops.
Funko Pops, yeah.
Yeah.
So you collect Funko?
Yes.
All right.
And then, can I mention the name of the store?
Yeah.
I actually started with Whistle Toys Cafe.
Okay.
That's the shop. They used to have a branch at Green Hills, and then they transferred to Quezon City.
Right. So they were your Funko provider?
Yes.
Okay.
Then they posted it in their Facebook page that they're doing a learn to play demo for Alpha Clash.
Okay.
And then it got me interested because it's the second time that I got to see another trading card game. And then somehow I like the art.
Yeah.
The art is very unique.
Very comic booky. Like for kids who grew up in the 90s, parang Silver Age comics yung vibe.
Yes.
Yeah. Like your X-Men, your 90s Batman, ganun yung vibe niya.
Yes, exactly. And then somehow it was based on an indie comic book or graphic novel.
It's a whole world.
Yeah, it's a different kind of world that's somehow similar to Marvel and DC, where there are actually superheroes
Yeah.
in the story, and these superheroes have nemesis, villains. What else?
So, Alpha Clash TCG, where we're going into the lore now, here's the hook. It's basically a superheroes and villains world, and we just live in it.
Yes.
So parang it's the real world as if there were these metahumans.
Yes, and what actually is more interesting about Alpha Clash is they're actually using real life places for some of their cards, and what else?
We'll just jump the gun, all right? We'll cut to the chase.
Later on.
We'll cut to the chase. Ito na, kwento ko na.
Yeah.
These are a couple of promos that Topher showed us. Literally, one is called Somewhere in Pasay, and the other is called Somewhere in Manila. Ganun ka-creative and close to the community yung Rising Empire games that they're able to do this.
Yes.
So again, it's a meta-human filled world in our universe.
That's right. That's right.
That's the setting. Okay.
Yeah, and if you could see actually, Somewhere in Manila is the very first card that a TCG has done tribute to the Philippines. Very first one.
Yeah, very specifically the Philippines, the
Philippines,
city
the Philippines only.
by name.
Yes, somewhere in Manila.
Okay.
And if you would see here, if you would look closely, the background is the Manila Yacht Club.
Yeah. So may Rojas Bandaban then.
Ross Boulevard, and one of the characters there, Kagan, the dragon lord, is shown here surfing, surfing in Manila Bay.
Yeah, and so the world is rich. The flavor is through the roof. That's what it is. That's the flavor. How about the gameplay? Talk to us about Alpha Clash. Again, the metahumans and the villains are called contenders, diba? So these are your leaders.
Yes, the leaders.
Am I correct to assume it's a combat game?
Yes, it's a combat game, and sorry, what was the question again?
How do you play? Like, what is the
Yeah.
the elevator pitch? Ano yung elevator pitch ng Alpha Clash?
Right, don't get me started on the gameplay because I'm not really considered a veteran, but somehow a learned TCG player already. If you look at Alpha Clash and try to play it somehow, there are similar game styles and mechanics from other TCGs that you would actually get to know of or be familiar with. And then mostly the facings or the turns and the facings of the game itself is somehow similar to Magic. That's why I was able to somehow easily adapt to the game itself.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that carry over, like your resources,
Yes.
combat, attachments.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, basically the game is centered around your contender,
Yes.
and you win or lose on your contender.
Yes, well, that's one of the determining factors for winning. The other one would
Basta
be
zero health.
decking out.
Oh, okay, so like Magic.
Yes, like Magic as
if
well.
If you end up with 0 cards in your deck,
You're
GG.
done. You're done for.
Okay. So, again, there are several resources online. We're not going to talk about how to play specifically on this podcast. Kayo na bahala doon. Do it on your own time. We're here to talk about the experience of playing Alpha Clash. And now I got to ask you, Topher, what is your favorite thing about Alpha Clash? Meron nga siyang similarities to Magic. The world is rich. They're very creative about how they integrate our universe into theirs.
Yes.
Alin dito yung favorite mo? What keeps you going?
Okay, let me think about it. Probably I'll have to go back to this particular one again. One of the best things that a trading card game has done ever was give a tribute to Philippines, which started with this card somewhere in Manila, and they actually they will keep on doing this continuously. So there eventually there will be other these are called location cards that will be used for a specific major event. And somehow the card itself is going to be the guide for how that building will be for this upcoming event. And
So, para siyang part of a bigger storyline.
yes.
Okay, so for those of you who played Legends of the Five Rings, meron siyang ganong aspect na the lore and the story defines how the game develops.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, a lot of my longtime friends that got into this game called L5R, that's why they stayed. Kahit na sabihin mong matanda na yung game or it had so much mechanical baggage, they stayed because of this. So, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. This is great. This is cool. Manila, Pasay, over the past year, they did this. Any chance of a Filipino contender?
Yes, there is actually.
What?
It's in the works.
Yes!
It's in the works. The character was already released as a clash card this last set. Set 5 Equilibrium.
This one.
It's a female character.
So she's here.
She's actually here in this other. So
Okay, we'll just put up a video. We'll just put a picture. We'll put up a picture. Sino to? What's her name?
Her name is Cherry Bomb. She's the first Filipina character for Alpha Clash in the trading card game.
So this red and black haired woman.
Yes.
She a metahuman?
She's a metahuman. She's one of the alphas that receive power from Alpha Aster.
Okay, so original,
Yeah, they're mutant-like powers.
So
yes.
ngayon lang siya lumabas.
Ngayon lang siya nilabas.
Okay.
And
Cool.
probably we'll get to see her in the next coming sets
As a contender. So ngayon, ano lang siya? She's a card.
She's a clash card.
She's a clash card.
Rarity is rare. Forgot how. I think she's a 3 attack, 3 defense clash card.
Okay. So is that like strong or mid? She's kind of low to the ground.
Mid. Somehow
Okay.
related siya sa isa pang contender, which is used to creating tokens, Nova tokens. That's her mechanic.
Is this an Asian clash card too?
Yes, she is an Asian clash card because she is Filipina.
Also, okay, so okay, I thought like a different character. Okay, so this is Cherry Bomb. So may ganon. Okay, so if you were looking for a card game that is combat based and is relatively new, so hindi ganun kabigat yung entry into the game, that has Filipino representation, whether it be through locations or an actual character, this is it.
Yes.
I don't think any other game in the market does that.
Nope. Only Alpha Clash did it.
Okay.
And that's why I'm proud to actually play the game.
Okay, so yun yung favorite thing mo.
Yes.
And
the,
again-
the representation of our countrymen, or the country itself,
Yeah.
gives pride to playing Alpha Clash.
Yeah, at best, we can represent via competition.
Yes.
Kasi, again, among Southeast Asian or even Asian countries, the Philippines hold a, pretty high place in even Magic.
Yes.
Or other
Magic.
other card
Other
games or other competitive
They're very competitive.
Yes.
Philippines are very competitive.
sports or games, right? Pero ito, we are in the game. Like, Filipinos are in the game. So that's amazing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah.
It was actually a surprise to us also, but last year when it was announced to us, like around June,
Nagagawing contender si Cherry Bomb.
yes, it was already announced to us. It's already in the works.
Awesome. So, what can we expect? Like, within a set or two? Give or take?
1 or 2 sets, the new ones that will be coming up.
Lovely. All right, so that's your favorite thing, slowly becoming my favorite thing about Alpha Clash. Now, the question of what are the ways people can enjoy Alpha Clash? Kasi, di ba, like, for example, Pokemon TCG. Merong 3 klaseng Pokemon TCG players. Nakwento sa atin ng tropa natin si Life. She said, was that Life or was that John? Both. They said, you can be a collector, as in gusto mo lang collectahin yung cards. Again, I just want all the Cherry Bomb. I want the most foil rare Cherry Bomb in the world. Or I want a somewhere in Manila, di ba? Like, masaya na akong just having it.
Yes.
Or, merong casual, like, I just want to play at home with my friends, with my family. Masaya lang kami, bonding namin yon. Or competitive. Like, I like playing in stores. I want to travel. I want to be the best Alpha Clash player I can be. Is that how it is too?
I should say all of the above.
Yeah?
All of the above. You can be enjoying it as a collector because there are limited cards or exclusive cards that are being given out. You can also be a casual player. You just play amongst yourselves, your group of friends.
Just grab a, what is it called? Grab a Clash Kit?
Clash Kit, yep.
Yan na yan. Enjoy.
Enjoy. And then you can also be as competitive as like esports. Because believe it or not, Alpha Clash is one of the TCGs that actually has a big prize pool. And just to mention, we have the upcoming Progenitors Gambit or Nationals this coming June.
Oh, for the Philippines?
Yes, for the Philippines. And our prize pool there is 500,000 for the top 16 players.
Amongst the top 16.
Amongst the top
Split.
16. Split. First prize or the champion would already get 50,000 pesos, give or take. That's how big it is.
I'm playing the wrong games. I'm playing the wrong... Kailan to?
June 7 and 8. And
That's next week. I don't think I can be that good. I don't think I have to... Okay, so I didn't know that. I knew that there is, of course, a larger following, a more lucrative following in the States. Diba? Like,
Yes.
what was it? They held their biggest event in Vegas or something like that?
recently, that was their last It was the last regionals.
Yeah, yun.
It was supposed to be scheduled on the same day for both Philippines and the US, but we actually played our regionals earlier than them.
Yeah. So yun gets ko if those kinds of things for them in the States have big pools, big prize pools. Pero, okay, so Rising Empire like supports even far-flung communities like us.
Yes.
So not just through, again, mechanics in game or art, like they put their money, literally they put their money where their mouth is.
That's right.
So yun yung competitive side.
Yes, the competitive side.
Okay, let's reel it
Those
back.
prices.
Let's reel it back here. Simple naman yung casual, di ba? Like play at home. It's easy. Like you can treat this as a board game. You just want to experience Alpha Clash, go lang. But what about collecting? I want to pinpoint that. How rare can cards get? Besides like these promos that you gotta go to events for, how rare can Alpha Clash cards get? What's in the binder?
Yeah. I actually like collecting foils.
Can I see?
That some of them can be actually used in a deck.
Oh my
or
God, look at that.
Just the others.
So these are your collection mo to?
Yes, but it's not all of them. There are legendary cards that I got already, but it's on a separate container.
So ito hindi mo linalaro. They're not in decks.
They're not in the decks yet,
Okay.
but I can actually add them into decks if my deck actually requires to play them.
Wow. Okay. Speaking about collecting, because at some point, when you have cards, minsan hindi mo na sila malalaro because of rotation, you know? Yeah? Does Alpha Clash have rotation?
No, there's no rotation. Unlike I
Other-
think Pokemon.
other
has
games,
Other
yeah.
games, yes. But we actually have a set of cards already that were already in the banned list.
Oh.
Because it's very powerful.
So parang Yu-Gi-Oh! Na instead of rotating, we'll just ban certain things.
Yes, but so far, only 5 cards have been banned. There are cards that have already erratas or changes to their text because the original attention of the card itself was somehow powerful. They have to balance it.
So they tweaked it.
They
para
tweaked it a
instead of
little.
getting banned.
Yes, instead of getting banned. Because the owners actually said that they really don't like banning cards as much as possible.
Of course. Like, who wants to make something and then say you can't play with it?
Yes.
Diba? So,
Good thing, those banned cards that I mentioned will actually be usable for another format that we're going to release soon, which is player versus environment.
oh, I was gonna say, what are the ways people can play Alpha Clash besides the usual? Because again, we named 3 ways. I'm glad you introduced this. Meron silang in the works na new play mode.
Yes.
So it's an alternative format,
Yeah, it's an alternative format.
non-competitive.
It's not competitive. It's actually going to be a teamwork type of game
So
because
cooperative.
Yes, cooperative. There's going to be 5 players. One of them is going to be the boss,
Okay.
the enemy actually.
Arch enemy,
And then the other 4 will be the team that will be defeating that boss.
1v4.
Yes.
Okay, so that sounds fun. Again, if you're tired of the one-on-one contender versus contender combat game, this is in the works.
Yes, this is in the works. And then we already have one out as well, similar type to Magic's EDH multiplayer format. But our format would be called Gambit, 4
Gambit.
players only. It's still multiplayer, but limited to 4 players battling each other,
Free for all.
free for all.
Okay, all right. I'm glad to hear that. Even in its young age, what can we say? Like 2 years old, 2.5, 3 years old.
Yeah, if we're going to think about the time that it started in the US, it's 2 years old.
2.5.
Yeah,
2.5.
2.5.
Tinitingnan na ni Alpha Clash na, all right, we have to give people a new way to play.
Yes.
And that's down the pipeline. That's in the works. Now,
There's actually one more.
one more in the works. Okay, so meron parang 4-player free-for-all, meron PvE, or arch-enemy kind of thing. What's the other one?
Board game.
Ah!
There's already a board game out. They're already done with the Kickstarter promo.
Set in the Alpha Clash universe.
Yes. It's called the Cosmic Conquest.
Do you use the cards?
Not yet the cards, but part of the freebies for the Cosmic Conquest board game would be playable cards in the future.
So parang may promos in that game.
Yes.
That works with the TCG.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's actually how advanced they are when it comes to planning.
Okay.
Everything is playable.
All right. So parang ano to? This is the equivalent of a parang MCU-esque thing.
Yes.
Na it's one thing, but it's many things.
Yes.
When you come to think about it. All right. Topher, so far you've opened my eyes to different aspects of Alpha Clash that I didn't know were there. Tell me about your time as an ambassador. What kind of people do you teach Alpha Clash to that enjoy it? Na para talagang nag-click with them, you know? Like, what hooks them most? Is it the gameplay? Is it the comic book side of things? Like, sinong na-addict sa Alpha Clash?
I'm actually fairly new to being an ambassador. I was just recently appointed as an ambassador this year after getting to play the game itself for about a year already. I'd like to thank two people actually for giving me that chance, or three people for giving me a chance to be part of this community as an ambassador. First and foremost, our boss, Sergio. Hi. So he's the one who's actually handling Toy Shogun, our the official partner of Rising Empire Studios here in the Philippines. And the other two would be our marketing coordinators, Ace and Marshall. They were the ones who actually suggested my name to be part of the ambassadors team. So thank you to them.
Topher's working hard. That's how I met him. So he's doing the thing.
Yes. So, yeah. What the follow-up question was again? Sorry.
Yeah, so in your time as
time.
An ambassador, demoing, teaching the game, in your experience, sino yung no hook? Like what kind of players?
All sorts of players actually.
Okay.
Some players that I encountered commented that the artwork is good. It's very unique. The others actually like how one contender has a unique winning combination.
Parang mechanics, the
Yes,
mechanics.
mechanics, yes. And the others, they can easily catch up because of the similar game mechanics from other TCGs.
Yeah, I think that last one is a blessing in disguise for smaller card games like Alpha Clash, because not everyone can keep up with Magic's release schedule.
Yes.
And not everyone
the
can
expansions. There's so
not,
many.
Not everyone can fall in love with the same game that came out 30 years ago. Diba? Like, I'm one of them. Like, I still love Magic. Magic is still my bread and butter game. Like, I've been playing for what now? 20 years? I'm not gonna let it go. Like, I think my kids will play Magic. That's how much I love it. But it's nice to have other games that provide other experiences.
Yes.
And that's what Alpha Clash is. That's what it could be for you, in case you were curious. Now, Topher, here's the hook. Invite folks. Kasi alam ko, dito sa Playcafe, meron tayong Learn to Play events.
Yes. Good thing that you mentioned that. No? So, every Thursday, we will be having a Learn to Play event here in Playcafe. That's around 4 p.m. So, if you're free, you haven't tried Alpha Clash, but you are already a veteran TCG player, you can try it out. I assure you that you will get to love this game.
Or at least something about the game.
Yeah, something
Diba?
about the game. Because the other players that we also have that are already professionally playing were also from previous TCGs.
Or not. Like, if you're new to TCGs totally,
Yeah.
tatagayin ni Topher. Like, he will teach you most everything that you need to know to enjoy Alpha Clash. And yes, there are products here at Playcafe for you to get into. It's free to learn. It's free to play.
Yes, free to play.
Pero if you want to get your own cards, we have Equilibrium, we have Clash Grounds, we have the Clash Kit. Again, cards will rotate, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, hindi to luma. Like, you can still play with these cards.
Yes.
And it's all here at Playcafe. In case people want to contact you, like, say, Topher, we're going to Play Cafe on Thursday. How do we know you're there? Where can they find you?
They can actually message the Facebook Messenger of Playcafe directly, or they can also get in touch with me in my Facebook page. That's Harbinger's Nook QPH.
Spell it out. Just put it in the
Yeah.
search bar. Harbinger's Nook QPH.
QPH. And then, of course, they can directly message me in my personal Facebook as well.
Or find you in, is there an Alpha Clash Philippines Facebook group?
There is a group already, public group for Alpha Clash TCG Philippines. So we can add you there once you already started playing. As easy as that. And then the community itself is very lively, very helpful. There are a lot of people that actually can teach you the gameplay, the things that you can do combos with, because we also have internal judges here in the Philippines that are RES certified.
So the infrastructure is there.
Yes.
Yeah. And so if ever this game does grow beyond what Topher's doing now currently, beyond the thousands of pesos you can win by playing, we'll see you on the other side. All right. So that's our take on Alpha Clash TCG. Thank you so much for spending the time.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the chance as well. I actually hope that I did justice to Alpha Clash here in the Philippines through this interview.
First time pa lang naman natin pinag-usapan, di ba? Like this is, whenever we do an episode of the games we play, the first time usually for a card game or any game, teaser pa lang yun. Like it's just like an overview. It's a general talk, discussion on what it is. So if ever this does grow and we see a upsurge of players coming in, maulit na. Maulit na. Thank you so much, Topher.
Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you for having me.
Again, if you guys are curious and you want to learn to play, Thursdays, Topher will be here, especially if you message him, find him on Facebook, or follow us on social media, playcafeph everywhere. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want to check for stocks, www.playcafebgc.com. We are located at Upper McKinley Hill in Tuscany. Just walk up, there's free parking everywhere. Open from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. or on weekends, 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Topher, let's open some packs.
Shall we? Shall we?
Cut.
Maybe we can get a hit.
Okay, we'll do this off screen.
Off cam.
Peace.